The way to virtue and understanding. The way to virtue and understanding is through prayer and meditation. The approach to all understanding must come from a proper concept of our needs in the physical, the mental, and the spiritual phases of our lives. This is the approach of the Master Jesus. Others may point the way, but have they the virtue and understanding of him who said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life"? He proclaimed no way except the one he, himself, had trod. He so lived the way that he could say, "Follow me." The way is open to all. We are moving along the path when we begin to see ourselves as others see us, when no unkind thought of our neighbor is allowed to lodge in our hearts, and when we seek earnestly to be pure in heart, pure in mind, pure in body, and pure in soul. The way is straight and narrow, so narrow that we must have no will but the Father's, that we must have no purpose but to do His work, and that we must have no aim but to reach the Christ consciousness. This leads to virtue and understanding. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Meditate then upon his word day by day. For he has given, when ye call, I will hear, and answer speedily. For know that the pattern in the mount is in self, for the kingdom is within. And he has promised to meet thee in the Holy of Holies within thine own self. What causes the heart palpitation at night after a day and night's work? Overtaxation to the physical being, as has been shown. For, as is seen, it has been said of him who exemplified the spirit of the creative energy within the earth's plane. He felt that virtue or power had gone out of him and retired in the desert or the mountain, apart, to rest, to pray. Rest is as necessary for the physical being as it is for the spiritual forces to manifest in flesh. And rest in that as man has termed these, being reborn again into the spiritual forces, and being reincarnated in the life forces, materially, for the manifestations of the truths as have been set. And if he chooses a director or guide to walk with thee day by day, well. But why walk with a disciple when ye may walk with the Master? In my meditation, do I make the proper preparation, and how may I perfect the technique? As to the manner, as has been indicated, each soul, each entity should of its own volition and desire perfect that approach, which to the self answers that need within. No one may tell another how to fall in love, or how to bear up under same in meeting desire in self. Neither may one tell another that which answers to that awareness within. Study to show thyself approved unto thy God. Who, what, where, is thy God? What is his ministry to mean? What is the entity that puts me into a hypnotic sleep at night? Beware of those influences that would prevent thee from being thine own self. Walk closer with those forces as promised in my Father's house are many mansions. What then is the mental attitude to be? In keeping with that which has been given, lo, Lord, I am thine, to be directed as thou, not my fellow man, but thou, would direct. What? Will ye allow self to separate self, the real self, from the living Christ? He calls ever, if ye love me, keep my commandments. What are his commandments? Love one another. Do good, speak gently, even to those that thou in thine darkness of heart feel would do thee an injustice. Thus study thyself, and know thy ideals, that ye may walk in the straight and the narrow way. Do not think more highly of yourself than you ought to think, but do not condemn thyself. Know in whom ye have believed as well as what ye have believed. Then just live it. That is the straight and narrow way. How, then, ye ask, are ye to know when ye are on the straight and narrow way? My spirit beareth witness with thy spirit that ye are indeed the children of God. How? Thy God consciousness, thy soul, either condemns, rejects or falters before conditions that exist in the experience of the mental and material self. Mind ever is the builder. Know that these are a few of the immutable, unchangeable laws. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and it will be given thee, if ye have chosen aright. The manner in which ye treat thy fellow man is the manner ye are treating thy ideal. All of the divine ye may know in the material plane ye must, manifest in thy dealings with thy fellow man. So, in meeting the indifferences, meeting the secular conditions, know these are that which has been builded, and self must meet all in the light of the trust and the hope that is put in him who can make the crooked paths straight. For narrow and straight is the way that leads to life everlasting, and broad and crooked is the way that leads to self's own destruction. Then know in whom, in what, thou hast believed, and believing, in faith, give that in his keeping, and there will come, as has been promised in thine vision, that even through and by the way of the cross is the light of his countenance made manifest in thine own life and existence. For in him is life and light, and he is the light of the world. In him is no darkness at all. Leave all in his hands. For he has appointed the way. Choose thou whom ye will serve. Those things that would make afraid, or those that satisfy for the moment, or those that build and build in the heart and soul to life everlasting in him.